October 28th, 2006, I came across the information about your Global Warming Student Speakout. And so I decided to use that in my classroom because coincidentally I had been introducing some Google applications to the class, so we already had our accounts. For instance, we use Google Calendar to announce writing contests that the students can enter, so each student can log on and change or add to the calendar, and then theoretically students will enter those writing contests, and we have a better idea of all the opportunities that are out there for the students. And we've also used Blogspot space, which is judgemedia.blogspot.com. There we post our media because I advise my students' newspaper at our high school, and so we have put some of the video that we do using the Google video, which we actually preferred to MySpace's or to YouTube's video interface. We thought Google's video was actually a little nicer, believe it or not. And so we use that Blogspot area as a way to host the media that we don't put in our newspaper, although we also added the PDF to our current issue. And we have an audio player, so we do some school radio, like our school concert was on there, photo bucket, photo gallery. And so when you announce that student warming speak out, seemed like a good idea.
Go to globalgreen.org and it says people in.
So on Monday, October 30th, I rolled out our laptop cart at our school and copied some of the information that I found on your links about the opportunity itself, and just copy and pasted those things into a document. Then I invited one student collaborator per group to come into that document, copy and paste it into a new document of their own, and then they worked on their own collaborative document in their own groups. And I thought that would be a lot more manageable than having a class of 27 students work on the shared document all at the same time, because it seems to be maybe not the best use of the software there.
Yeah, they're like they're just totally they use like
what was it? What was it reading like Wild Oats is just as bad as Walmart. It's like the Walmart like and it's
Okay, I'm going to look at an example of a group that I thought collaborated really well. It's the Kelsey E's Global Warming Speakout document. So this was a group of 4 girls who did a really good job. Every time I walked by, they were on task and seemed to be. Lola's role was to go through this flash slideshow, for instance, one time, and she just kept talking about the ways we might reduce CO2 emissions. And so in their collaborative document, you can see that it's K, MRIS, K, MRIS. So there was a conversation going on between those two, and I don't think it was planned out, but it kept being updated by the other person. K does a few more. She was more quiet in the group, but definitely did a lot more of the revisions. Lola spoke quite a bit, and so did Alex, and so their role seemed to be a little bit different, but definitely Kay wrote the most, and she probably spoke less than Lola and Alex, for instance. And M. Riz is another example who didn't say as much, but maybe early on definitely wrote more. Instead of a post-activity evaluation, I thought I would do a mid-activity evaluation. So this is how things are going so far. I think it is a quick and simple assignment to help students learn more about global warming. I think it's authentic, and that I think they will really be doing this kind of work more and more as they go through college and beyond. I do like the fact that it's free and it is easy to use. Really, nobody's having problems once they get into it. Some of the sign-up stuff seems to be a little tricky for some of them. But once they're into the software, it's actually pretty intuitive for them. The only thing I would say is that as far as it being a voice that will be heard by elected officials and U.S. lawmakers on a critical issue, yeah, I guess it's true if they, if they're published in the Washington Post, they may be heard by their elected officials, but it may have been just as easy to put a link to some kind of contact information for elected officials, so students could actually have maybe just sent their collaborative document to their elected officials. That's really about the only suggestion I have. I'd like to see more of these collaborative efforts and assignments, and we definitely would participate more. The kids were genuinely engaged in the process and really think they're going to use this software in the future.